Hello friends, in this video I am going to explain the concept of quality standards adherence. At the end of this video, you will be able to understand what is a quality standard, what is a smart complaint, what is the difference between efficiency and effectiveness, what is a service level agreement. First, we will see what is a quality. A quality is nothing but a distinctive attribute or characteristic that is possessed by someone or something. In other words, quality is a judgment of how excellent something or someone is. The ultimate goal of any organization or industry is nothing but developing or manufacturing a good quality product. Few companies offers services instead of products. If the service of the company is good, then we can say that company is providing quality of services. Otherwise, we can say that company services are very poor. In simple terms, if the company's product or services reached to the customer's expectation, then the quality is good. Otherwise, quality is bad or poor. The quality may be measured in various categories. Here in this image, I mentioned the quality may be excellent, good, average, or poor, etc. The ultimate goal here is the product or service must meet the customer expectations. If the company wants to meet these customer expectations, every organization has to maintain some standards. Those standards are called as quality standards. Quality standards are defined as the documents that provide requirements, specifications, guidelines, or characteristics that can be used consistently to ensure that the materials or products or processes that services are fit for their purpose. So it is nothing but every organization is having a document. In that document, they are providing what are the requirements and specifications or guidelines or characteristics that are consistently to ensure to prepare the material or product. There is no mandatory for using these quality standards. Usage of quality standards is voluntary but may be expected by certain groups of stakeholders. Who uses these quality standards? Many organizations uses these standards which follows some guidelines, definitions and procedures that help them to achieve their company objectives. So few of those objectives are mentioned here. So if you have a quality standards, then we can satisfy the customers upon their quality requirements, and we can offer the products and services are safe by using their products and protecting products against climatic or other adverse conditions. So even in any environment, their products may be work. Ensuring that internal processes are defined and controlled. So if they are following some standards, all the process inside the organization are systematic. Every activity must have defined some goals and objectives. These goals and objectives must be smart compliant. For example, you are doing in any activity in the software environment that must be smart compliant. Each and every activity must be following these keywords. What is meaning of S here? The activity must be specific. So what type of activity you are going to do, why you are going to do and how you are going to do. So these three things every employer must know. And measurable. You are doing any activity here. How can you say that your activity is giving good results? On what basis you are evaluating the performance? And it is achievable. It should be assigned to those responsible for achieving it. And this activity must be realistic. It must be work in the real-time environment. It is not only work for the theoretical case, it must be adapted to the real-time environment. And this activity must be time bound. We have to submit this activity work at a specific period. Now we will see what is the difference between efficiency and effectiveness and how these two keywords will help to achieve the objectives of any organization. What is meaning of effectiveness? It is nothing but performing activities right, and we can also say doing things right. We are doing things right in such a way that it meets to the objectives of the organization. And what is meaning of efficiency? It is nothing but performing activities well, or we can say doing the right things. If we are doing an activity, efficiency measured in terms of lowest cost. For example, if we finish this activity with less efforts by using less manpower or less cost, then we can say this is efficient. And we will see some example for this. Efficiency is nothing but doing things right. We are getting the maximum output with least number of resources. Here the resources may be either manpower or computer power. And effectiveness is nothing but doing the right things. Here also we are getting the right thing, but this can be used to achieve the goal of the organization. Consider an example. The Toyota company is manufacturing 100 cars with X number of resources. Here X is in terms of employee, time and money. Nissan company is manufacturing 80 cars with the same number of resources. In this case, Toyota is manufacturing with least number of resources but with the highest number of cars. So we can say Toyota is efficient. For example, if you take in terms of quality, Toyota is manufacturing 100 cars with X number of resources, but the quality of all 100 cars is 9 out of 10 for all the number of cars. In the case of Nissan, the quality is 10 out of 10 for all 80 cars. In this case, we can say Nissan is effective. In another example, I am giving the Toyota is manufacturing 100 cars, but instead of 9, all 100 cars are getting the quality rating 10 out of 10. In this case, we can say that Toyota is efficient and also effective. So we can represent these things in the form of a matrix, effective and efficient. This first block indicates effective and efficient. So whenever you have this criteria, so you have succeeded at a minimum cost and the company will grow up. If your product is ineffective and efficient, it indicates that cost is under control but fails to succeed. The company may die slowly. If your product is effective and inefficient, it indicates that succeeds at high cost. To develop or manufacture that product, it is taking the maximum cost. But however, the company still exists. On the other hand, we have ineffective and inefficient. We have expensive failure. For developing that product, it takes maximum cost, but the company will die quickly. In one word, I represented all these things. If the product manufactured by the company is effective and efficient, means the company may thrive here. If it is ineffective and efficient, means the company dies slowly. If it is inefficient and effective, means the company may survive. But in the case of ineffective and inefficient, the company die quickly. But however, every company must have strong emphasis on attainment of both efficiency and effectiveness. It indicates that we have to manufacture any product with less number of cost, along with it must reach the objectives of the company. So now we will look into service level agreements. So what is meaning of service level agreements? It is a contract between service provider and its internal or external clients that documents what services the provider will furnish. So let's take a simple example. Whenever you have purchased a laptop in any company, the company will provide a warranty or guarantee for that product with either 1 year or 2 years. The meaning is, if you have any problem with the laptop within the duration, then the company will give some service without any cost. This is a little agreement between the customer and the company. Similarly, service level agreement is nothing but a contract between a service provider and its internal or external clients. So they will have a document. In that document, all the rules and regulations will be exist. So what are the services that the provider is going to give, and what is the cost that the client is going to pay? So all these kind of details will be presented in the service level agreement, and it measures the service provider's performance and quality in terms of a number of ways. Let's see why we need this service level agreement. So these service level agreements are an integral part of any IT vendor contract. It pulls together the information on all the contracted services and their agreed upon expected reliability in single document. So they will mention all the services which they are going to provide in a specific document along with the reliability services. So they clearly state the metrics and responsibilities and expectations, so that in the event of issues with the service, neither party can plead ignorance. It ensures both sides have the same understanding of requirements. Any ignorance of this service level agreement will have a serious issues legally. And we can say this service level agreement protects both parties in the agreement. So we will measure these service level agreements with the help of simple metrics. I have mentioned few metrics here. For example, we have a contract or service level agreement with any company. The company is offering some services. So here they mention the availability and uptime. If we are using a server of that company, the availability and uptime, we can access the information from the server by 24/7. It means you can access the server at any point of time. If you are unable to access the information, that meaning is the company is not providing the service in an efficient way. The second point, the number of users being served. Assume in the service level agreement, they mentioned that at a time 100 users can use the server, but unable to work 10 users at a time. So this is a problem. This kind of requirements also mentioned in the service level agreements. And we can specify the benchmarks to which the actual performance will be periodically compared. So if you found any issues in the contracted time, again you can make a complaint to the service provider, so that they will compare the service level agreement and they can provide the service. Another example I mentioned here, turnaround time. So turnaround time is nothing but how much time it is taking for storing the data into the server and getting the data from the server. In simple terms, service level agreement provides remedies when requirements are not met. Usually, service level agreements are between the companies and external supplies, but they may also be between the departments within a company. These are some details about quality standards adherence. If you have any queries, please comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching.